In this video, we are going to be focusing on Paper 1 of the O-Level English exams, specifically on how to write a hook for your essay. We will start off by looking at what a hook is and the different types of common hooks with some student examples. I'll also go through some tips for writing a good hook, and then we'll take a look at some introduction paragraphs written by actual students. What we will do is analyze these hooks using a very simple checklist. Finally, I also have a mini practice for you. Hi everyone, I'm Teacher Cheryl. Welcome back to Cher's English Tuition. In this channel, we bring you mini lessons for secondary school English. If you want to stay on top of your English game, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And turn on your notifications so you never miss out on any of our lessons. And if you find our lessons helpful, don't forget to like this video and help your friends by sharing it with them as well. So let's get started. The first thing we need to know is what a hook is. Basically, a hook is something that should grab your reader's attention. We do this in order to entice our reader to continue reading the rest of our essay. And the hook is usually the first sentence in your essay. Now, there are many different types of hooks, but in this video, I'm going to cover the more common ones. They are rephrase question, strong statement, fact or statistics, quotation, description, rhetorical question, anecdote, and metaphor or simile. Before we continue, I have a very simple task for you. For each hook that we go through in today's lesson, I'd like you to share with us your own hook in the comments box below. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. The first one is rephrase question. This is one of the simplest hook where we rewrite the question as a statement using our own words. Take a look at this example question. Young people are changing the world for the better. What is your opinion? And this is taken from the 2021 O-Level Paper 1. Now take a look at this example hook. Youths are making a positive difference in the world today. So notice how in this hook we've just rephrased what was given in the question. A second type of hook is what we call a strong statement. This could be an unusual, interesting, or shocking point about the topic. It could also be a common misconception. Look at this example statement. There is a high chance that every glass of water you drink has passed through a dinosaur at one point of time. This is definitely quite a shocking statement, isn't it? The next type of hook is facts or statistics. This is where we give real information about the topic. It could even be a shocking fact. However, whatever fact or statistic that you use needs to be accurate, interesting, and reliable. And I don't recommend that you make this up because you don't want to have outlandish or unbelievable facts. Take a look at this example. Singapore is the only country in the world which bans chewing gum. So this is a pretty accurate yet interesting fact. The fourth type of hook is a quotation. A quotation basically is what someone said. It could be a famous person or other credible sources. However, it's very important that you connect your quote to the rest of your essay. You need to be able to explain your quote in your essay. I don't recommend that you just memorize random quotes and just plonk them into your essay, because your essay will end up becoming very disjointed and not really make any sense. Let's read this example. Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. The next type of hook is a description. This is where you start your essay with a description of something. It could be a person, it could be a place, or a thing. This type of hook is more commonly used in narratives or descriptive essays. Again, it's very important that your description needs to connect with the rest of your essay. Let's read the example. My little brother stumbled down the road. Blood was streaming down his leg and he was gingerly cradling his arm. Moving on, the next one is a rhetorical question. Rhetorical questions are questions that you ask the reader directly and you're not really expecting an answer from them. But the reader should be able to get the answer to your question by reading the rest of your essay. Take a look at this example. Does the thought of writing an essay create a massive lump in your stomach? Number 7 is anecdote. Anecdotes are extremely short stories that are related to your essay topic. For example, I recently received a marketing email from a social media influencer who mentioned some tips on how to study effectively. The very last hook that we will cover today is metaphors or similes. Metaphors and similes are figurative language which are used to compare two different things. An example of a metaphor is time is money, and an example of a simile is I slept like a log. Let's read this example that uses a metaphor as a hook. Carving family memories that last a lifetime is more about spending quality time with one another. So in this example, the writer is comparing creating family memories to something like carving it out on a rock. So I hope you've been sharing your hooks with me in the comment box. If you haven't done that yet, pause the video now, go through the 8 hooks that we've just covered, write out your own hooks and post them in the comment box below. I look forward to reading them. Okay, so now that we've gone through 8 common types of hooks, let's look at some tips on how to write a good hook. What you should do is try to make your hook unexpected, because an unexpected hook definitely makes it more interesting for the reader to read. Also, don't just include a random hook. Don't put in a hook just for the sake of putting in a hook. As I mentioned before, it's very important that your hook relates back to the rest of your essay and also your essay topic. Now, one problem I always have with writing an essay is starting off with the hook. I have no idea what to write, and this is a problem I struggled with since secondary school, even until now. So what I always recommend to overcome this problem is to start off with your body paragraphs first. Because sometimes it's easier to just jump right into your main points first and then coming back to decide on what would be a good hook for your particular essay. Now in this video, we've only looked at 8 common types of hooks. What I'd like you to do is share with us other types of hooks that you know of and maybe you've even used in your own essays. Let me know in the comments box below. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we are going to use a very simple checklist to analyze some introduction paragraphs. So this is the checklist. Which hook has been used? Is it an interesting or unexpected hook? Does it relate back to the rest of the essay? Let's take a look at the first introduction paragraph. The essay prompt is, "The best things in life are free. Do you agree?" Let me read the paragraph first. What is your definition of the best things in life? Are they materialistic or intangible things? People often work hard to earn money so that they can afford whatever they want. Perhaps they think that money is the best thing in life. As a result, they often neglect the simplest things around them, which are, in my opinion, better than possessing money. I think the best things in life are free and present in our daily lives, which we often take for granted. What I want you to do is to pause the video here, use the simple checklist to help you analyze the paragraph first, and leave me your comments in the comment box below. Remember, we are only going to focus mainly on the hook. Okay, hope you've done that. Now let's take a look at the paragraph together. Which hook has been used for this paragraph? Quite obviously, it's a rhetorical question. And actually, this writer has used 2 rhetorical questions. What is your definition of the best things in life? And are they materialistic or intangible things? Now, the second thing on the checklist is it an interesting or unexpected hook? I don't think it's a really unexpected hook, but it is pretty interesting because it gets the reader thinking about their own opinion of what the best things in life are and whether they're free or not. It also kind of sets the tone for the rest of the essay, telling the reader that the writer is going to be focusing on either materialistic or intangible things. Now, the third point in the checklist is, does the hook relate back to the rest of the paragraph? And I think it does. The writer tries to answer the questions that she has posed right at the beginning of this paragraph. In the next 2 sentences, this student has gone further to explain some people's point of view, that money to them is the best thing in life. And in the last part of this paragraph, this student has given her point of view, which is that she thinks that the best things in life are free. As I said before, we are going to be only focusing on the hook of this paragraph, not so much the rest of the essay. Let's take a look at our second paragraph, and the question prompt is, you can make it through any situation as long as you have a friend. Do you agree? This student has written, I am sure that almost all of us have wondered if friends are worth our time. And the answer is a resounding yes. Having a friend is almost as good as having a therapist. They can provide us with emotional support as well as valuable insights when we have difficulties, making it easier for us to pull through any situation we may face. Go through the checklist and let me know your thoughts about this paragraph in the comment box below. Okay, so let's take a look at this paragraph together. So from our checklist, which hook has been used in this introduction? I think this student has used a strong statement. Now, is it an interesting or unexpected hook? In my opinion, I think yes, because she's stating a point that probably many of us, or what she says, almost all of us have thought about before, or at one point in our lives. And she also answered the point directly with a resounding yes, not just a normal yes, but a resounding yes. Now, does the hook relate back to the rest of the paragraph? Let's take a look. So the next sentence, the writer says, having a friend is almost as good as having a therapist. So here, she's trying to explain that having a friend is worth it because they can give us emotional support and valuable insights. And then she links it back to the question topic again, which is that we can go through any situation as long as we have a friend. Now that we've analyzed some paragraphs, I have a mini practice for you. I'm going to give you 2 questions, and what I'd like you to do is to choose one question, and I want you to write out 2 different hooks for your chosen question. And of course, share your hooks with me in the comment box below. So these are the 2 questions. Question 1, cinemas are becoming irrelevant today due to new online streaming services. Do you agree? And question 2, write about a time when you managed to solve a problem. Okay, so we have covered quite a few things today. We have looked at what a hook is. We've also covered 8 common types of hooks with actual examples. I've given you a few tips for writing good hooks with a very simple checklist. We've also analyzed a couple of introduction paragraphs written by actual students. Don't forget to complete your practice and share your answers with me. I always love reading your responses. So that's all for today's lesson. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, please leave a comment below if you have any questions about this lesson or if you have any video requests. See you in the next one. Bye!